Hello Eagles fans! Welcome to the channel. Here you can stay up to date with the latest news from your favorite team. Philadelphia, sure, they're big, but they're also nasty. That's the observation report Mike Golic Jr., an analyst at DraftKings and host of the Gojo podcast, provides on the Eagles' offensive line. In 8 games, the Eagles have the league's third-best offense, 391 total yards per game, 9th in passing, 242.3 yards per game, and 6th in rushing, 148.8 yards per game. Without dominating the offensive line, the Eagles wouldn't be undefeated in 8 games, the last unbeaten team in the NFL. The Eagles, Golic said, can beat defenses with 5 forwards. They don't need jumbo packs with 2 tight ends to get defenses out of line. And that makes the attack unpredictable and dangerous. This is an unpleasant group that sets the tone for this team, said Golic. They get that way because of how this Eagles offense operated with quarterback Jalen Hurts being part of the running game and not always having to do that from the heavy group. When you have really great players on the offensive line who can turn and run, but still get the guys out of there with the best of them, it gives a lot of importance to defenses before you have to worry, well, the quarterback wants viable running threat on that thing too, which will always help an offensive line. This group doesn't really need help, but they're getting it, which is why they can go out there and impose their will on people as far as we've seen so far. Whether they're lining up for a quarterback to sneak into thirds and inches or blocking passes for a third and long key, or recording a Christmas album together, the offensive line is one of the best 5-man units in the league, thanks to the athleticism and experience. Golic, who was born in Voorhees, NJ, and played center and point guard for the University of Notre Dame and the Pittsburgh Steelers, said the Eagles' offensive line has used that athleticism to get out into space. "They're such weird athletes up front," said Golic Jr. to NJ Advance Media. "I always tell people that the biggest difference between college and pro, in general in the NFL, is that you have guys who are world-class athletes who are between 300 and 350 pounds, and the Eagles can have 2 of the best athletes. Pure on, center, Jason Kelce, and, attack right, Lane Johnson. Kelce's skill set allowed the Eagles to use blocking schemes and concepts that other teams cannot. His size, he's listed at 6'3" and 282 pounds, allows him to outmaneuver defensive linemen. With Jason, who is undersized by normal standards, he never let that affect his power," Golic said. "You can do things with the center in the running game that you can't do with other teams. We've seen them pull him in the past and get him off the perimeter with Lane, one of the best, if not the best, right tackles in the NFL." Golic said left guard Landon Dickerson looked like the player he was at the University of Alabama, and adding his power to the group allows the Eagles to use many tight end formations with Dallas Goedert. This makes it less congested for the running attack. The line will be tested Monday night by the Washington Commanders, who, despite being just 4-5, have defensive tackles Jonathan Allen and Darren Payne and defensive end Montez Sweat. The Commanders, who have 23 sacks this season, can recover disruptive edge rusher Chase Young after a torn anterior cruciate ligament last season. "They are very powerful on the inside and have good strength up front," said Eagles offensive coordinator Shane Steichen. "They are good against the run and can rush the passer." With any football team, they start up front with both offensive and defensive lines, and this is how they set the tone defensively with their defensive line. "The good thing is that we have a great offensive line to counter what we feel good about too." If you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel to receive more videos like this. Until the next video.